Stories are not meant to be told. They are meant to be heard. There was a time that the earth was God's heaven and the earth was man's heaven. There was a time that the heaven was earth's mirror and the earth was the sole platform for God. He blew everyone's mind with his creativity. His reality was all we could imagine. He sprinkled his beauty on the earth. His painting was flawless. There was a time that the cheers of nature was conceived by his words. It made man to respond to his call. They called him a name. They called him the tale-bearer, for he had the two sides of their life stories in his hands. Then there was a precept for man, a default layout, a man like God, a spirit being to be like God, not to follow protocols. Man was made to be a mastercraft. He was made to subdue. Man was made to be a pyramid of the clouds to other creations. Man, God's finest, was to bring down God's blissful intention in heaven and earth. But man threw all these away without a blinked eye, for he yielded to the fallen one rather than staying on his maker's words. Deep silence filled the heavenly realm. God's peace had fallen. The one became the gone. The begotten became the forgotten. His taste for God became sour, and like dirt, he was scrapped out of God's heart. God almost pulling the trigger on man, but love, like the widest seated vehicle, held him back, and the nature brighter than spilled smile conceived God's intent for birthing man. Man, the perfect reflector of God's glory, to bring man back, for he was headed towards an empty space. Man, a battered soldier, a walking corpse, a lightless beam, a mistake. But when the fallen one thought he was the man of the match, God had already placed the game in man's hand. Man was no longer in the river of wrongs, as he now lives in the sea of endless love, restoring once upon a time to this present time. Though he was once fallen, he is now a risen peace. I hope that you forever remember this poetic justice with a lasting memory of silent music.